Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and today I bring you guys my Lycanroc deck profile 2025 post journey together with us today. This is my third ever Pokemon deck, and I've been having a shit ton of fun with it. This is probably my most favorite deck. It's between this and, of course, the Diplin Festival League deck, and, of course, the lovely Mamoswine deck with the ducks. It's really hard to say which one's which is my favorite. They have their pluses and minuses for all of them, but Lycanroc is quickly becoming my favorite. If you don't know, Lycanroc came out and journeyed together with us, so it's a brand new card that has some really powerful punches and only will get better in time with new Pokemon to help out the spiky energy gimmick. So let's talk about it. So first things first, Lycanroc is our main boss guy. He is our heart and soul of his deck. Basically, he has the ability that when a Pokemon, when you evolve this Pokemon from your hand onto the field, he has the Spiky Clad ability. It allows you to put 2 Spiky Energy from your discard pile onto him so that he can do his Clamping Fang attack. His Clamping Fang attack, it basically says, hey, for 3 energy, this attack does 40 damage to each counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So basically saying, hey, for every damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon, this card is doing 40 plus damage. If your opponent has 3 damage counters onto their Pokemon, then this guy's hitting for 120. If they have 6, he's hitting for 240, etc., etc. The more damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon, the bigger his swing basically is, especially against decks like the Iron Hands Joltik deck that's been doing pretty well. This deck kind of curves that deck just to the fact that it's just 20 to 30 energy damage onto that Iron Hands. Lycanroc can easily just kill it, which feels pretty awesome. Not to mention, Spiky Energy itself does 20 damage for each energy attached to the Lycanroc that is spiky. So if your opponent swings into the Lycanroc, they will take 40 to 60 damage, which feels pretty awesome. Really great card, really a fantastic monster, great addition to Journey Together with us, and I can't wait to build more decks with this card. Next, we're playing 3 Rockruff, the lower evolution. There's kind of a couple versions you can play. I actually prefer the Rockruff this version with the Paw Shank Punch over the one we got in Journey Together, which is the Dig It Up one. Just due to the fact that this one has for one colorless energy, 10 damage, which does not sound like a lot because it isn't. However, if you have a spiky energy onto your Rockruff turn 1 and your opponent Bedews you turn 2, that means, yes, you are locked out of items, but your their Bedoo will take 20 damage because they swung into the Rockruff with damage, and then you can literally just swing again and kill the Bedoo like that. Very easy. This is very good at killing Bedoo, which feels really good. Next, this is experimental. A lot of people in Lycanroc do not play this card. However, I've been having a blast with it, and it adds another swinger into this deck, which I think this deck highly needed. This deck needs another basic monster that can attack your opponent's characters if they start sniping your Rockruffs. And that is why I'm playing 3 copies of Dodrio and 3 copies of Duo. I'm actually not sure how to pronounce the lower evolution's name. It doesn't matter. But Dodrio is a fantastic addition to this deck. We're already playing Frost Slash, and the gimmick of Dodrio is basically the same gimmick. This is basically an older version of Lycanroc, if that makes any sense. For any colorless energy, he has the Ballistic Beak attack. He basically does 30 damage for each damage counter on himself, which feels really good. Not to mention he has the Zooming Draw ability that says, hey, once during your turn, you may put a damage counter onto him in order to draw a card. So not only is he like a draw engine for the deck, but he's also getting damage counters onto the field, allowing you to use your Monkey Dories more effectively and have another swinger in the bench, which feels really good. Especially since Dodrio does not have to rely on getting the spiky energy into graveyard. Any energy for him will work, which feels really good. Next, we're playing, of course, 2 copies of Frost Slash and 2 copies of the lower evolution. Frost Slash is just a standard for Lycanroc decks. It's the easiest way to spread damage counters onto the field. Basically, its ability of Freezing Shell allows it to put damage counters, 1 damage counter for each Pokemon that has an ability So you're able to put damage counters not only on your opponent's Pokemon, but also your own, so that you can do Monkey Dory plays. Monkey Dory is a stand-in for this deck. This card's absolutely amazing. I almost want to bump it up to 3, play 3/3 maybe, but I feel like this is like the right ratio. These cards are just absolutely phenomenal. For a Dark Energy, you're allowed to move dirty damage from your Pokemon to another Pokemon, which feels really good. But it also has the Mind Bend ability, or a Mind Bend attack for any Psychic Energy plus another energy. He basically does 60 damage, and he also makes the attacking monster confused, which is also just a really good ability. I've killed a Charizard EX with just a Monkey Dory doing Mind Bend and Adrenaline all like for like 3 turns, because I just kept getting confused and couldn't switch it out, which is pretty awesome. Next, let's talk about the actual supporters for the deck. We're playing 4 copies of Arvin because it adds a tool and a item. It's the best. It's the best supporter in the game. We're also playing, of course, lovely Iona. It's a 3 of. Really great card. Shuffle the deck. We draw a new hand equal to the number of prizes. Really great card. We're also playing, of course, Morty's Conviction. This card's like amazing in this deck. Discard 1 card from your hand, and you draw it equal to the amount of cards in your opponent's bench. If they have 5 cards in their bench, you just get to basically draw 5 cards, which feels really good. And it helps you discard your Spiky Energy into the graveyard, which feels really good. We're also, of course, playing 2 copies of Professor's Research because, hey, discard your whole hand, draw 7, feels really good. We're also playing 2 copies of Crispin. We're playing, for our Crispin targets, we're playing 3 Dark Energy and 3 Psychic Energy for the Monkey Dories. The Doriados are, luckily enough, they're any energy. Same thing with Lycanroc. So we can just play any energy we want, and those are just the 2 best for this deck. We're also playing, of course, 2 Artisan because Artisan can place our Monkey Dories down. Not to mention, it just helps us deal with stage decks like Zoroark and other, like, let's call it the Jolteon deck, or not the Jolteon decks, the Belly Bolt decks. They like to play that Lavencia stage that like allows them to recover energy. So this getting rid of it feels really good. We're also gets rid of Jamming Tower as well, if you don't mind. We're also playing, of course, 4 copies of Buddy by Poffin, pretty standard. We're playing 2 copies of Nest Ball and 2 Ultra Ball. Nest helps you put the Monkey Dories down as well. Not to mention, it's just a great card. Ultra Ball gets you whatever you need. Discard 2 cards in order to add any Pokemon for your deck to hand. We're also playing 2 copies of Earthen Vessel because it searches whatever you need, which feels really good. It searches 2 energy, which feels pretty awesome. We're all playing a Super Rod Night Stretcher. I might cut the Super Rod for another Night Stretcher, honestly. Night Stretchers are really hard to come by. So, honestly, this probably should just be a second Night Stretcher. But, you know, Super Rod still shuffles it back. It just makes it a little harder for us because we're not playing a lot of search cards. We're playing the 1 Switch and the 1 Brilliant Blender to send the energy that we need to send to Grave, which will be the Spiky Energy. Another reason why I think this should be another Night Stretcher is that we can, like, Brilliant Blender, send an evolution away, then we can Night Stretcher, get it back, and then just use it. Night Stretcher is just a really crucial card in this deck, I feel like, and I feel like that should be a Night Stretcher, if anything. We're also playing the 2 evolutions. We're playing De-Evolution and Evolution. We want to evolve our Frostlash and Doriado going first, but in the later games, we want to de-evolve our opponent's Pokemon in order to kill them. And because of Frostlash putting damage on the field, you can get like insane amount of prizes off this card, which feels absolutely insane. Finally, for our energies, we're playing again 3 Psychic Energy, 3 of our lovely Dark Energy, and then we're playing 4 copies of Spiky Energy, who, again, if your opponent attacks a Pokemon in the active spot with Spiky Energy, they take 20 damage for each Spiky Energy, which feels really good for this deck. So that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. I'm working on a way to show you guys my duels against other people online. I've been playing a lot of the lovely Rank Simulator, Pokemon TCG. It's been very fun, but it's hard to record videos and post them at the same time. Like, I can record them, but they don't come out right, and it's hard to add audio onto them. I'm still figuring it out, but this is really fun to play, and there is a big tournament coming up, I think this Wednesday. It's like one of those like big locals that's like, it's gonna be like a $25 entry. I'm debating if I play, and what deck would I play in it. It might be a lot of Dragon Pult, which this deck is like a 50-50 against. So you might see me play Mammoth instead. I really don't know, but I'm having a lot of fun with this deck, and we'll just have to see. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy. Still doing stupid. See you on the next one, and bye-bye.